9 Untold Facts about Gary Vaynerchuk. Even those who aren't completely up to date with who social media and entrepreneurship guru Gary Vaynerchuk is have at least heard about his name somewhere. The truth is that Gary Vaynerchuk is one of the most inspiring examples of entrepreneurship and success in our lifetime. Today, we'll present to you some 9 impressive facts about Gary Vaynerchuk that most people don't even know about. Stay till the end, because we will show you things that Gary doesn't want you to know. Brutal upbringing. Gary Vaynerchuk, born Gennady Vaynerchuk, was born in November 1975 in Belarus. He's an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and internet personality who began as a wine critic who expanded his family's wine business. He's known for his work in digital marketing and social media, for owning New York-based communications company VaynerX, and as the CEO of VaynerX subsidiary, Vayner Media, immigrated to the United States in 1978 at the age of 3. Vaynerchuk lived in a studio apartment in Queens, New York, with 8 other family members. After living in Queens, Vaynerchuk and his family moved to Edison, New Jersey, where Vaynerchuk operated a lemonade stand and earned thousands of dollars on weekends trading baseball cards. At age 14, he joined his family's retail wine business. After his family moved, he graduated from North Hunterdon High School. Vaynerchuk graduated with a bachelor's degree from Mount Ida College in Newton, Massachusetts in 1998. Problem with swearing. Gary Vaynerchuk is known for having pretty much no filter in his mouth. He tends to swear a lot when he's in the middle of an interview, for some strange reason. In fact, he once even stated in public what his favorite swear word was. Though he's not swearing with any kind of bad intention towards others. Gary claimed that this is something that happens when he has a camera on him, considering it a reflection of his need to be himself. Turns out that most people who swear a lot have a high chance of even being more intelligent than those who don't swear as much, as a study conducted by Professor of Cognitive Science Benjamin Bergen has suggested. This might even relate to why Gary has been successful in media and business, as he's known to say many swear words during his speeches. It's just his way of being natural with others, so we can't really blame him for that. Obsessed with football. If you're a particular football lover, you might be grateful to know that Gary Vaynerchuk and you both have this passion in common. Gary even has a funny story regarding his relationship with the sport. He admits his favorite team was chosen for him by another kid when he was 5 years old, after he had just moved to New Jersey from Belarus and before he had a solid grasp of the English language. After launching Wine Library TV, Gary could be seen spitting wine from his tastings into a New York Jets bucket, and now considers buying the team to be one of his ultimate goals. Hacks family business. After graduating from college in 1998, Vaynerchuk assumed day-to-day control of his father's Springfield, New Jersey store, Shoppers Discount Liquors. Gary renamed the store to Wine Library, launched sales online, and in 2006 started Wine Library TV, a daily webcast covering wine. In 1997, teamed with passion and a full knowledge and expertise about wine, Vaynerchuk took advantage of the emerging online era and created the website winelibrary.com. This company website had a drastic effect on his father's business, and by 2005 he had increased revenues substantially. Through e-commerce and pricing strategies, Vaynerchuk grew the business from $3 million a year to $60 million a year by 2003. In August 2011, Vaynerchuk said he would step away from the wine business to build Vayner Media, a digital ad agency he co-founded with his brother in 2009. However, Gary has embodied the entrepreneurial spirit ever since he was born. As a young child, he operated a lemonade stand franchise. Yes, a franchise, not a single lemonade stand, as that wasn't enough for Gary. When he was only 8 years old, Vaynerchuk created a lemonade stand system in his neighborhood. This was not just one stand in front of his house. He created 7 stands around the area. In his teens, he often made thousands in a weekend selling baseball cards. He is the biggest trendsetter. Wine tasting has long since been regarded as a posh activity, and there are many stereotypes surrounding the idea of wine experts and wine tasting. As per his own words, most of the people that would walk into a wine store would so with preconceived notions of what tasting wine would look like, making it seem almost like an activity exclusively reserved for the rich. Rather than talk about wine as though it was something only the rich and famous knew how to handle, he spoke about wine in an unpretentious way. His audience appreciated this immensely, and Vaynerchuk found himself appearing on popular shows such as The Ellen DeGeneres Show and The Today Show. Vaynerchuk would dispel this thinking with this straightforward talk and comedic ways of educating people about wine. It's not just about the taste of the wine. It's how it looks, smells, and feels, as per his own website's words. He even created a quick, simple, and easy-to-understand guide on how to taste wine. He says that to really taste wine properly, you need to give it a swirl, which is what aerates the wine and gets all of the different flavors percolating. Then he claims you need to smell the wine to know if it has a good taste. While he admits that most restaurants will look down at wine smelling, you still need to get your nose completely in there and give it a big sniff to get in the flavors. And finally, he looks at the wine legs, which is the way he calls the oily residue that goes around the glass of wine. New York media baron. Being such a successful internet talent, in 2009, Gary, along with his brother AJ Vaynerchuk, founded Vayner Media, a social media-focused digital agency. The company provides social media and strategy services to Fortune 500 companies such as General Electric, Anheuser-Busch, Mondelez International, and PepsiCo. In 2015, Vayner Media was named one of Ad Age's A-list agencies. With 600 employees in 2016, Vayner Media grossed $100 million in revenue. The company also partnered with Vimeo to connect brands and filmmakers for digital content. Leverage social media. Vaynerchuk realized early on that the best way to connect with an audience was to connect through the internet. Rather than using media tools such as the television and the radio, he began to visit blogs and social media websites. This is how Vaynerchuk attracted consumers to his website, Wine Library TV. Oratory super talent. You can easily assume this from watching some of his videos, podcasts, or even his written tweets. But Gary Vaynerchuk knows exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to say it to get his point across. He interacts with his audience and believes that including the audience in speeches and talks is essential to their understanding of what he is saying. He also prefers to talk less and listen more in order to better understand what others are saying. He encourages his audience to ask questions about anything, as he speaks about a variety of topics, which include entrepreneurial skills, social media, and customer service. In 2014, Vaynerchuk launched the #AskGaryVee show on YouTube with his personal content production team. In the show, Vaynerchuk canvasses questions from Twitter and Instagram and responds in the most natural manner. Show questions, most commonly on entrepreneurship, family, and business topics, are pre-screened by the production team, but remain unseen by Vaynerchuk until each show's taping. Simple man persona. Vaynerchuk has demonstrated to be a very talented man ever since he was young, with a large and different set of talents and abilities that have set him forward as one of the most successful digital entrepreneurs of our age. However, at heart, the wine guru's favorite drink is a simple soda, root beer. He wants simple things in life, and the one thing that motivates him the most is his family, whom he always puts first. Vaynerchuk says that he appreciates the loved ones in his life. The realization that everyone around him is alive and healthy is enough to get him out of bed in the morning. And that's probably the best tip one can get from Gary Vaynerchuk. Anyway, he is shown to be a very charismatic individual, able to influence crowds with his tips and funnily engaging way to speak.